This is the place. After my dad was showing me these scrapbooks, I realized that I didn't know a lot about my family history.
Hi.
Hi, how are you?
Hi.
I mean, Larry thought it would be great to find out more about my family, so he actually suggested that we go to a genealogist.
Please come in.
Thank you.
My name is Linda. I'm a genealogist, and I work with families to go back into their history and find out their ancestors, what they did, where they lived. Okay, so I know you're interested in your family history.
Right. Let me tell you what happened. So my dad, he found all of these scrapbooks that my mom had made, and there was a picture of Aunt Tilly. But I come to find out, Aunt Tilly apparently is my great-grandfather's third wife.
Okay.
Then there's a picture of Grandma number 1, but there's no picture of Grandma number 2. So when I was telling my husband, he's like, well, the only way you could really find out is through a genealogist.
How many generations can you go back, or what's the
Furthest
you've gone back?
I've gone back, I think, 15 generations.
I can't believe that Linda could go back that far. Maybe Theresa will find out that she was related to Michelangelo, or Da Vinci, or the guy who invented hairspray.
This is interesting because you connect people here in the physical world with their ancestors with facts, correct?
Yes.
And you have no idea who I am, right?
No.
Because I go by a nickname,
Okay.
AKA the Long Island Medium.
I did not know anything about Theresa Caputo. She looked familiar, but I wasn't sure who she was.
And I want to talk about the grandmother that's departed for you. Who smoked?
My grandmother had lung cancer.
Okay. But this is how I felt. I felt like that you watched something of her, and it was very, and it stayed with you, and it's very, very upsetting for you.
She had triple bypass surgery, and I went to go visit her, and I couldn't see her in the hospital.
You had trouble. But she tells me that you did see a glimpse of her, is that correct? And you got scared, and that's when you left.
When Theresa brought up my grandmother, specifically the instance where I saw her in the hospital, it was very overwhelming. I believe only a medium would know that, or my father, who was also in the room at the time. And I'm not even sure he would remember.
So a lot of times when I smell things, whether it be a perfume, flowers, I just smelled cigarettes, that's my symbol for when someone departed, letting you know that they are okay. Not wanting you to remember them sick. Did you find like another whole part of your family that you didn't know about?
Yes.
But what your grandmother was telling me was that you have a relationship with them.
That's right.
So know that your loved ones that have been departed are very happy about the reuniting of all of the families coming together.
My grandmother had a sister, and in 1969, that sister moved to Arizona. And completely coincidentally, several years ago, my husband and I moved to Arizona, and I found this whole side of my family that I had never met before.
I kind of felt that like you were more of a historian.
I'm more of a historian, that's correct. And truth be told, I was actually, because I live in the town of Islip, and the town of Islip doesn't currently have a historian. I was looking into how to become a historian.
Yes!
When Theresa mentioned the possibility of me wanting to be a historian, I was flabbergasted. I mean, I couldn't believe that, because I haven't really shared that with anyone. I Googled the other day and then deleted my Google history. That was very surprising.
Well, what's with Abe Lincoln?
One of my clients has a silver ladle from Abraham Lincoln. I'm currently doing research for him. Out of nowhere, she said, Abe Lincoln. And that was really amazing, because one of my clients actually owns a ladle that was owned by Abraham Lincoln. So that was really incredible.
That is insane.
Who knows? Maybe we'll find a remarkable person in your history.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, look, this meeting with Linda was amazing and so interesting. I can't wait to see what she uncovers about my family.
Aren't you glad I brought you here?
Yes! I'm very, very happy that we came, and I'm very, very excited. This was amazing. Come on in. So Linda, the genealogist, she actually has some results. So she's coming over to the house today to share them with us.
It was really interesting researching Theresa Caputo's family. I started with census records, and I was able to go through village records back in Italy. It was a great journey. So I figured we'd start with your grandparents and then work our way back, if that works for
Oh, okay,
you.
great. Oh, wait, where's my dad? Should we have my dad come?
Do you want to start without him or with him?
I think I should have my dad, because it's my dad's family. I feel like my dad should be here. With all the excitement, I forgot about my dad. Hi, Linda is here, the genealogist, and I wanted to know if you wanted to come over.
Yeah, all right, I'll take a walk over.
But this is why living next door to my parents is convenient.
Hi.
Hi, how
So
are you,
nice to
Linda?
meet you.
So I'm glad to meet you, too.
She's the genealogist.
What's a genealogist?
She went back in our family history. Sit down, have a seat.
So, do you remember you said that Anthony had 3 wives?
This is where the confusing thing is.
He did have 3 wives. His first wife, Angelina, had twin girls, and the twin girls and her, all 3 died.
Oh, wow.
I don't know if it was while giving birth to the twin girls or just after giving birth to the twin
No,
girls.
that
but
was
all-
the first wife?
That was the
Yes,
first wife.
That was your grandmother.
And then he married Louise
Oh, Louise. We don't know who she is. Louise.
and had 3 more children. So he had a total of 10 children. And then he married last Botilda.
Batilda.
Matilda?
Yes.
Aunt Tilly. I mean, it's confirmed. Aunt Tilly is not my aunt. She is my great-grandfather's 3rd wife. Talk about a family tree with a lot of branches.
So let's go to Giovanni, who also went by John.
Giovanni is my great-great-grandfather. And because this goes back so far, my dad and I really don't know much about him.
Now, I have a little story for you.
Oh, boy.
Oh boy, I love stories.
I found this article. It alleges that he was flirting with another man's wife.
Oh.
And when he happened to meet her on the stairs, attempted to caress and kiss her.
Oh.
Whoa!
Baby.
Briganti joked about the matter. Once outside, Moroni became almost maniacal with rage and pulled out his revolver. The weapon was discharged, and the bullet entered Briganti's left side. Lucky for him, it went downward. Now, at the time of this article, they mention in here that it might be fatal. But we know,
and then
that he
was
lived.
fine. And then he
He
lived for
lived.
many years after that.
Yeah.
Oh,
Wow.
my God.
I mean, oh my God, my dad's face was priceless.